So Vortex, my friend Kelsey invited me to do a show on Saturday. And I'm going to be performing at yet another weed bar. Isn't that exciting? Maybe I should just talk about schizophrenia the whole time. Since that's the direction that society is headed if they legalize marijuana. It's mainly the synthetic shit that's putting people in mental institutions and emergency rooms and all that. It's synthetic shit and it's the gummies. This is why so many people should be sterilized, okay? Like and I'm not a eugenicist at all, but I'm also a realist. So I have to be a little bit open-minded towards things that I think are disgusting and immoral, like eugenics, but it's just kind of ridiculous that people are allowed to have children when they don't raise them. I make this point a lot about how, as horrible of a thing as abortion is, I think it's way worse to raise a kid that, well, not raise a kid, really. Yeah. I was about to say. Raise a kid on fucking technology. Raise a kid on the TV and Ritalin, right? Yeah. Like, what's the point in being a parent if you're not going to be a parent? What's the point in having a child if you're just going to put a little TV in their hand so that you can pretend that you had an abortion? Okay? You should mention that because that's a good thing to mention. I think you need to talk about the things that you're passionate about. Like, you need to talk about things that you've done, your life story. Because you have a really interesting life. You have a lot of experience with so many different things. So I think that you need to work on material that is personal. And you don't have to make these statements about your politics or religion or anything, because that will be obvious, Yeah. Dude, there's this guy that went on after me that was talking about how, like, he saw that I was praying, but he thought I was doing magic tricks. Like, dude, that's the opposite. That is the opposite. But yeah, it's like, I have so much life experience. But, like, I know a lot about mental illness. But I feel like it would be easier for me to talk about those things if I just talked about myself, rather than, make these statements that nobody really cares about or pay attention to. Because people are a lot more open to what you have to say if you're vulnerable. Like, if you reveal yourself as a failure, or a sinner, I'll always be a sinner. Like, we can dream of the day that we can achieve Jesus Christ-esque perfection, but, it's probably not going to happen. I don't want to be a down or anything, but it's just like, I'm an extremely passionate person, so like I always want to talk about things that um, I think are really important that aren't getting discussed. But I realized, if I could just talk about things in relation to myself, like, exactly, exactly. So talk about the fact you don't have a smartphone. And don't just bitch about society being terrible. Just make jokes about your life without a smartphone. Rather than making jokes about, oh, everybody else is a piece of shit. Everybody else is stupid. Everybody else is a fucking cyborg and a robot and they don't care about anything. They're total nihilists and they should just commit suicide. Instead of saying that, I mean, you could say that, but I feel like that tends to lose people because it just seems like you're ranting, And while there is an art to ranting, I don't think that you'll ever be able to do it on stage the way that you do it here. Dude, everybody was yelling tonight. It's so annoying. Oh, and I was told I have an NPR voice. And like, you say you're conservative, but you have an NPR voice. That's funny. I guess, yeah, I have a really soothing voice. I was told that. I've been told that by a lot of people. They say, like, oh, you should go into radio. That's why they want me to do a podcast, because of my voice. I'm like, which voice? You gotta know. You gotta know. We're schizo. We do voices. We don't hear voices. That's not a thing. Society gets it all wrong. They really do. Look at that mustache. I'm trying to like rip it out. Because I don't like the way that it looks. Yeah, that's definitely... It's just that one spot, though. Yeah, it looks like a blemish or something. Oh, well. Just have to deal. I like the other one. I've never felt like a girl because I don't care about the stuff that girls care about. At least not enough to do anything serious. They're totally delirious if they think that they'll develop confidence through a tube of lipstick. Will never develop confidence, all because they buy a pair of jeans that makes their ass look so damn good. $150 good. I hope so. If you're paying that much, it's gotta be doing something for your ass, But I don't understand my gender and what motivates them. What motivates me is doing what I'm supposed to do, doing what God wants, doing what would make God happy.
satisfied anyway. But God is always satisfied as long as you try. And that's really comforting, especially these days. But sometimes I'm a bit self-conscious, 'cause I know that I represent the exact opposite of what you've been told to want. I represent the exact opposite of what you've been told to like, what you've been told to be attracted to. And sometimes it's painful, sometimes it's quite uncomfortable, more uncomfortable than the usual discomfort. Every time that I walk into a room of plebeian sheep, and I know that they've never seen a crazy motherfucker quite like me. And I think that's why I say shit like I got invisible melanin. I know what it's like to be on the outside. I'll never be like my race, I'll never be like my gender, I'll never be an American. I've never felt like an American. I've never felt close to my generation. And that's not to be cool, that's not to be a rebel, that's not to go purposely get myself in trouble. That's not what my intention is, but if that happens, so be it. I can't deny myself, no. I can't deny myself, and how dare you ask me to do so? And it pains me that they would shame me and try to get me to voluntarily become a medicated zombie, all because I cry at inopportune times. Yeah, you're allowed to cry at a funeral. You're allowed to cry whenever your boyfriend or your girlfriend or your spouse or whatever you call that person that you ejaculate into whenever they break up with you because you're not that interesting. No, you'll never be that interesting. That's when you're allowed to be emotional. But when you're staring at the tubs of ice cream in the frozen food section of a corporate conglomerate, you're not allowed to cry. Well, I'll be this way till I die. And I think that most people aren't alive. I just have a higher consciousness. Took me a while to understand this. It took me a while to get what it's all about. And that's why I know without a shadow of a doubt that God is real. And that's not just 'cause I feel. this is not good, by the way. I just try to do different stuff because I don't like being a broken record of myself. I know I have a tendency to do so. I know I have a tendency to say stuff that you already know. Like how much I hate technology, how much I hate pharmaceuticals, how much I hate psychiatry, how much I hate the political. I don't know what the word is to describe it. Cesspool. Cesspool, yes. I just wanna see people as people. I don't wanna see you for whatever's on the surface. And not that I don't think it's important. I think that's the problem, is that we've distorted what's important. This is actually a pretty decent piano pump. It always takes a while for you to get here, though. It sucks. I wish you could just fucking go, right? Yeah. Shut up, Thelonious. He's not gonna shut up for like another 10 minutes. He does that. He has to cool off or something. That's his engine. He's like, I gotta blow off some steam, Amy. You have to understand that. I'm a car. Other cars don't do that. Do they?